This game's going to come down to a lot of rebounds, as both of these teams are 1 and 2 respectively in the Patriot League in offensive rebounds in conference play.
Yeah, Maureen McGarity saying Holy Cross needs to be better not only on the glass but on the defensive side of the ball. Like they've struggled a little bit these last 3 games as Hastic fires a right wing 3 and tickles the twine. Fiona Hastic had a team-high 16 points in the loss at BU on Wednesday and has the first 3 for Army today, 90 seconds in. Janelle Allen hits the long 2. She's coming off an outstanding game against Colgate. The Raiders, despite the victory, had no answer for Janelle Allen in that game, finished with 18 points in 33 minutes. Smith double-teamed in the lane. Near side, Hastic tries another 3 and hits again.
And why not, Justin? You find the shot early, make sure you maintain it. 6-2 Army.
Munt leaves it behind for Flanagan. Munt with 4 on the shot clock. Flanagan left wing 3 off back rim, no. And Ainsworth another rebound. Addie has been so dominant on the glass, played only 4 minutes in the game on Wednesday against the Terriers in Boston, but tied a career high with 5 rebounds in those 4 minutes.
And she's going to have to really step up here in this one, as you mentioned, with Taylor Wilson not being available. And she's been a key piece off the bench for the Black Knights early on.
And what a beautiful move by Ainsworth. A little head fake and then beat Berger off the dribble. And Berger has been one of the best defensive players in the league this year.
Looked like a nice little step around from Ainsworth. Got the lay-in. Army goes up 4.
Smell of hot dogs in the air on this Saturday afternoon. The sights and sounds of last Saturday afternoon, Army against Navy. And Ryan, that was a thriller here under the lights. Army, another star win. Trinity Hardy, Reese Erickson combining for 44 of Army's points in that game. And you see the nifty brand new trophy for the star game on the women's basketball side of things, as Power Cassidy unable to connect on the first of 2. But Army, their longest winning streak against Navy in nearly 20 years. You have to go back to 2004 to 2006. The last time Army won that many against their Service Academy rivals. Soleil Montrose in for the first time today for Army. 3:15, Hardy. Right side wing, 10 to shoot. Hastic with it now. Pulls up into a 3 over Power Cassidy and hits another. From the right elbow extended, Fiona Hastic with 9 of Army's 11. And they lead by 4 under 3 to go in the first. 7 seconds to shoot. Lithgow, right wing, looking for Ainsworth. 3 on the clock. Overhead feed, Tade. 2, got a fire at the buzzer. Gets it to go, and that brings us to the end of the first quarter. Great job by the Black Knights looking to make the extra feed, and Cameron Tade made it pay off as Army will carry a 3-point edge into the second quarter. Both teams good execution in the first 10 minutes, but Army a 3-point lead after 10. It's Army West Point 15, Holy Cross 12. You're watching the Patriot League on ESPN and listening on the Army Sports Network from Learfield. Allen. The Crusaders beat the press. McCormack puts it on the deck in the lane. Right wing Griffin. McCormack, left side of the arc for 3, no. Offensive rebound. Foreman puts it back, won't drop. Allen has her shot blocked. Another loose ball. Allen over Madison short. Off the hands of Madison. Allen takes it. Puts it up over Hardy, no. Gets another chance. This one won't drop. And finally Madison comes down with a defensive rebound. Were you keeping track? How many attempts was that?
That was at least 5 or 6 attempts. I lost count after, I think, the third one. But that was tremendous defensive effort by Lyndon Madison trying to keep that one alive. And just bad luck for Allen, who couldn't put it in.
Great job by Allen to stay with it defensively. Jars it loose from Erickson to knock it out. Holy Cross just 1 of 13 from the field here in the second quarter. Army with McNaughton, Montrose, Lithgow, Erickson, and Tate on the floor. So about as small a lineup as the Black Knights can get right now on the floor. Erickson hasn't had many opportunities offensively today. Montrose going left on Cahalan, trying to get out of a double team. Erickson straight on triple. That one splashes down. This time the announcer's jinx works in a positive way. This time for the Black Knights as Erickson on the scoreboard.
And as we saw, Montrose drove inside, kicked back out, found Reese Erickson, who drains the triple.
20. Congrats are in order to Coach Sasha Santamano, who was selected as the WBCA Next Generation Institute member. She'll participate April 4th through the 7th in Cleveland. It's a high-level education program for experienced assistants who want to become head coaches at the D1, D2, or D3 levels. Been an outpouring of support from her players, her fellow assistants. Congratulations to Sasha Santamano. Going to represent the Black Knights beautifully in Cleveland this April as Hastic hits the first. A foul on Montrose. Army just one more foul to give here in the third. Flanagan. Far corner, McCormack at three. They need it, and she gets it. First triple tonight for Holy Cross after missing their first 13. And the lead down to 17.
And that was a great look. They got the switch, and the switch worked as McCormack was able to hit from the corner and sink Holy Cross's first three on this one.
Has 7 of the Crusaders 9 points here in the third quarter. Up top to Hardy, 5 to shoot. Trinity, lefty layup, no, well short. Smith tried to save it, but ends up with power. Cassidy. Flanagan. Out to the right wing, McCormack again for three. Got another. Kara McCormack with 10 of Holy Cross's 12 here in the third. And in the blink of an eye, it's a 14-point game.
I was just going to say, don't look now. 6 quick points from McCormack and the Crusaders as they look to close this gap and close it quickly.
42-28, 2.5 to go in the third. Smith out to Erickson, left side wing. Crossover right. Hardy drives, right-hander off the glass and through. Trinity so good at using the window. Not just her first field goal tonight, but she's got 8 points.
Looked like that was off of her offhand. The lefty shot with her right hand on that one. It still goes in, banks off the window. 2 points for the Black Knights.
Power Cassidy, another three. Holy Cross missed their first 13 and have made 3 on the last 3 possessions. And Army's 20-point lead has been trimmed to 11 with 91 seconds to go in the third. Alongside Ryan Loeffler, Justin Rocke with you here on the Army Sports Network from Learfield and ESPN.
And Justin, they scored those 11 points in a flash. I blinked, and I think they scored 11 points to cut this deficit down to 11.
Montrose, far corner against McCormack. Pull-up jumper, knocks it down. Big bucket from Soleil, her second field goal tonight.
And that's what she's going to have to do, especially late here in this one. Depth being tested, especially on the Army side in the front court. If she can pull up and hit those mid-range jumpers, she might be able to put this game away.
Allen tried to make the quick pass, but Reese Erickson stepped in front. Tate, bounce pass underneath. Hastic for the bucket. A career high, 19 points for Fiona Hastic tonight, and there's still 46 seconds to go in the third quarter. Montrose came into play today, 69% at the line this year. Did not score, only played 2 minutes on Wednesday. Against the bounce on the second. 13.2 to go in the quarter. Army by 16, 49-33. McCormack, far sideline, guarded by Tate. Screen right from Allen. Hastic on her. Tate picks her up. McCormack driving right near side. Offensive foul. Soleil Montrose stepped in front.
And that's a massive call because one of the Crusaders was wide open in the corner. Had no contest on the three. There was not going to be a contest at all, I don't believe.
And more importantly, that is the 4th personal on Kara McCormack with 1 second to go in the third quarter. Both teams without a point here through the first 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. Black Knights will take that way more than Holy Cross will at this station of the ballgame. Hastic, hounded by Flanagan near half court. Foreman falls down. Lithgow straight on three and makes Holy Cross pay. Lithgow and their father Jim in the audience here tonight. Drills the triple and Army up by 19.
Her first made 3 of the contest comes in a big spot there. Army goes back up 19.
Great help defense there from Montrose, and it forces a turnover as Cahalan throws it in the direction of Tricia Brandenburg. Army trapping her in the backcourt. Well, McCormack able to lead the Crusaders back the other way.
It was a good look by Kaya Smith, and it was a great find by Erickson to get it there before the shot clock expired.
Griffin, wild spinning shot won't go, gets her own rebound. Back out to McCormack, fires a three. Wedgie! You gotta be kidding, right? And even Kara McCormack has her hands on her knees like, this some sort of cruel joke?
I think every time I've been on the call with you, we've had at least one of those. And this is only my 3rd or 4th game on air with you. And that's happened at least once every time.
McCormack hits both. 16-point game with 4 minutes to go. This game far from over.
Definitely just think it's one of those swoons. Every team seems to go through a slump at one point or the other. Holy Cross just happens to happen now rather than like earlier in the season when Army had theirs earlier in the season.
Tate driving right, blocked by Donnelly. And here comes Holy Cross back the other way. Tate comes right back and takes it away from Donnelly. Well done by the Black Knight freshman.
I believe this is Cameron Tade's best game of her very young career up to this point. She has been everywhere, all over the floor, on offense, on defense, quick hands, great rebounds. What an outing for Cameron Tade.
Montrose has her shot blocked by Janie Bachman, who's in for the first time today. 3:20 to go. McCormack, left side of the lane. Cahalan, right-handed shot won't go. And Cameron Tade, her 9th rebound tonight, continuing to add to her career high. Was not majorly recruited early in her high school career in Texas. But by the point she committed to Army, people were going up to the Black Knights coaches and going, how'd you find a way to snag her? Sometimes that happens with these Patriot League programs. I'll never forget the conversations with Maureen's dad, Dave, about Kelsey Minato as Fiona Hastic hits her 4th three of the night. She's got 22. And a timeout taken by Maureen McGarity. And I think it's about that point of the night where both teams are going to empty the bench. A 19-point game with 2:46 to go. And what a performance right now by the Black Knights. So many unsung heroes this afternoon, Ryan.
And they needed every single one of them. Nobody really knew how the loss of Taylor Wilson was going to affect them in this one. Everybody has stepped up in their role and has proven that it's next man up, and they truly have believed in that and have embraced that in this game here today.
And Army's outscored the Crusaders 14-2 off those mistakes. Sam McNaughton back in. You mentioned Brona Power Cassidy playing in her 100th career game. So is Sam McNaughton.
Very
senior from Fairfax, Virginia.
Impressive feats by both players have shown that they can stay healthy and produce while they're both on the floor for their respective teams.
And honestly, especially since these freshman classes started their careers in that wonky COVID season, and the fact that they were able to get to 100 career games is honestly just wonderful that teams have been playing that many games over the last 4 years. Hastic driving left on Simone Lewis and puts it in. Fiona Hastic, 24 points tonight. A watershed moment in the young career of the Virginia native. Erickson driving right on Griffin. 5 to shoot. 15 seconds to go. Erickson out to Castile. Got a fire as the shot clock winds. Down won't go. Army crowd wanted the whistle. Wanted the bucket to drop. Holy Cross the rebound. But after the Black Knights started the season at 3-9, Army West Point is tied for first place in the Patriot League with just 5 games remaining in the regular season. Your final score this afternoon, the Army West Point Black Knights 58 and the Holy Cross Crusaders 43. Fiona Hastic, our Army Sports Network player of the game, a career high 24 points, 6 rebounds, had a couple of steals, was 4 of 6 from beyond the arc. Fiona Hastic unequivocally our Army Sports Network player of the game. She had 3 early first quarter threes. That set the tone for Army tonight as the Black Knights lead from coast to coast. And a thrilling 15-point win here at Christl Arena.